In the world of trading, there's one indicator almost every beginner thinks they've mastered. But the truth is, the simplest looking tools often have the deepest concepts behind them. Most people believe that when the RSI goes above 70, the market is overbought and price has to fall. If trading were really that easy, every trader would be a millionaire. This isn't just another RSI explanation. This is a complete RSI Masterclass. Think of this as the ultimate guide to understanding the relative strength index. After watching this lesson, you won't need to search for another RSI video because I'll cover the concepts most traders either don't know or choose not to share. And here's something important. RSI may look like a simple indicator, but it's far more powerful than it appears. It has hidden layers that can help you build trading strategies, identify trends, and confirm market reversals. So open your charts, and let's begin a journey where RSI becomes more than just another indicator. It becomes a new way of reading the language of the market. Now imagine your chart is open. Go to the Indicators section, type RSI, and you'll see a simple line moving between 0 and 100. But this is where the real learning begins. RSI stands for Relative Strength Index. It was created in 1978 by J. Wells Wilder, the same legendary engineer who developed the ADX and parabolic SAR indicators. He's one of the pioneers of modern technical analysis. Why was RSI created? Its purpose is to measure the strength of price movement. In simple terms, it tells you whether buyers or sellers have been stronger over the recent candles. One important thing to remember is that RSI always stays between 0 and 100. It never goes below 0 or above 100, making it one of the most stable momentum indicators available. You don't need to memorize the math behind RSI, but you should understand the idea. RSI compares two things: the average gains over the last 14 periods, the average losses over the last 14 periods. If the average gains are greater than the losses, RSI moves higher. If the average losses are greater than the gains, RSI moves lower. That's the basic calculation. But the real skill isn't adding RSI to your chart, it's learning how to read it correctly. This is exactly where most traders make costly mistakes. Now let's move to the most important concept. The RSI line tells you about momentum. Above 50, bullish momentum. Below 50, bearish momentum. Around 50, neutral momentum. Even if price is moving sideways, an RSI above 50 tells you buyers are still in control. If RSI stays below 50, sellers have the advantage. This is where the market traps beginners. Most traders think that once RSI moves above 70, the market is automatically overbought and it's time to sell. That's not true. An RSI breaking above 70 often means the trend is extremely strong and price may continue climbing much higher. Shorting the market simply because RSI crossed 70 isn't trading. It's a misunderstanding of how momentum works. A market should only be considered overbought after RSI rises above 70 and then falls back below it. Crossing above 70 alone is not a sell signal. This small difference costs inexperienced traders thousands of dollars every month. The same mistake happens on the downside. People see RSI drop below 30 and immediately think the market is oversold and ready to bounce. Again, that's incorrect. A true oversold signal appears only after RSI moves below 30 and then climbs back above it. Simply falling below 30 does not guarantee a reversal. Price can continue dropping sharply even after RSI enters the oversold zone. Many traders buy too early because they expect an instant reversal. In reality, a market can stay oversold for much longer than most traders expect, and prices can continue falling before a meaningful recovery begins. Let's move to the part of RSI where most traders lose the most money because they don't truly understand what divergence actually means. Take a look at the chart. Price is making lower lows, but the RSI is making higher lows. A beginner usually looks at this and thinks, price is falling, so I should sell. But professional traders don't focus only on price, they focus on strength. And that's exactly what RSI measures. If RSI is moving higher while price continues to fall, one thing is becoming clear: the market is still declining, but the selling momentum is weakening. This is often the area where smart money quietly begins building positions. That's what we call true bullish divergence. Now look at the opposite example. Price is making higher highs, but RSI is making lower highs. The candles still look bullish, but the underlying momentum is fading. This is usually the moment when retail traders expect a breakout, and that's exactly where the market traps them before reversing lower. This is called bearish divergence. These two signals alone can save you from countless losing trades. But there's one condition: you must learn how to read them correctly, not simply copy what you saw in a YouTube thumbnail. The biggest mistake traders make is entering a trade the moment they spot divergence. Remember this, RSI divergence is a warning signal, not an entry signal. Your job isn't to get excited when divergence appears. Your job is to understand what's happening behind the scenes. Divergence tells you that price may reverse. It doesn't tell you when it will reverse. Ask yourself, has smart money confirmed the move? Has volume increased? Has a bullish or bearish candlestick pattern formed? If you trade based only on divergence, you'll often enter at the exact place where institutions trap retail traders. Later in this lesson, I'll show you exactly when to enter after a divergence using real chart examples. That's the difference between average trading and high probability trading. Now let's say you've identified a bullish divergence. Great. Price is falling while RSI is rising. But this time, don't stop there. Look for confirmation from the candlesticks. Do you see a hammer? A bullish engulfing? A tweezer bottom? A morning star? Any strong bullish reversal pattern? Candlestick confirmation tells you that buyers have actually stepped in. Without that confirmation, divergence is only a warning, not an entry point. Look at the chart. RSI created a bullish divergence, but price kept falling. Only after a hammer candle formed did buyers show real strength. That's when the actual rally began. This is the difference between retail traders and professionals. Retail traders enter on divergence alone. Professional traders combine divergence plus candlestick confirmation plus volume before taking a position, and that's what creates high-quality trade entries. Now let's move to one of the most powerful and most misunderstood concepts in RSI, multi-timeframe strength analysis. Professional traders never make decisions using only the 5-minute or 15-minute RSI. They always start with the bigger picture. First, they analyze the monthly chart to understand the long-term trend. If the monthly RSI is above 50, it tells you the market has strong long-term bullish momentum. Next, they check the weekly chart. If the weekly RSI is also above 50, it confirms that the intermediate trend is bullish as well. Only then do they move down to the daily or intraday charts. This simple process dramatically improves trading accuracy. Why? Because you're trading stocks that are already strong in the long run. You're simply looking for short-term opportunities within a larger bullish trend. Always remember this. The more time frames that agree with each other, the higher the probability of your intraday or swing trade succeeding. Let's look at an example. Imagine a stock whose monthly RSI is above 70, showing an exceptionally strong long-term uptrend. Its weekly RSI is between 60 and 70, confirming that bullish momentum is still intact. Now the daily RSI has pulled back to around 40 to 50, suggesting only a temporary correction within a much larger uptrend. Now let's move to the intraday chart. This is where the RSI may enter the oversold zone, creating a potential high probability entry. Notice how each time frame has a different role. The monthly and weekly charts give you the overall market direction. The daily chart identifies the pullback. The intraday chart gives you the precise entry. Retail traders often buy the moment they see an oversold RSI on the intraday chart. When the trade fails, they blame the indicator and say, RSI doesn't work. Professional traders don't do that. They wait for RSI trend alignment across multiple time frames before entering a trade. That's one of the reasons they consistently outperform. Now let's talk about RSI chart patterns. You've probably seen traders drawing double tops and double bottoms on the RSI. The problem is that most people look for these patterns in the wrong places. An RSI double bottom is only meaningful when it forms below the 30 level, inside the oversold zone. Likewise, a double top becomes a powerful signal only when it forms above the 70 level, inside the overbought zone. Let's look at an example. RSI drops below 30 and forms its first bottom. Price bounces slightly. Then RSI creates a second bottom. As soon as RSI climbs back above 30, price launches into a strong rally. This pattern becomes even more reliable when it's supported by candlestick confirmation. A hammer or bullish engulfing pattern can significantly increase the probability of success. The same concept applies to a double top. RSI moves above 70, forms the first peak, pulls back, creates a second peak, and then falls back below 70. That's when a strong bearish move often begins. Retail traders trade the pattern based only on its shape. Professional traders wait until RSI crosses back inside its normal range before confirming the reversal. That distinction is extremely important. Many retail traders believe that as soon as RSI moves above 70, the market is overbought and must reverse. That's a misconception. For professional traders, an RSI above 70 is actually a sign of strong momentum, not an automatic reversal. Momentum stocks can remain above 70 for days, or even weeks. During powerful trends, RSI can reach 80 or even 85. The same principle applies to the oversold zone. An RSI below 30 simply tells you the market is extremely weak. It does not guarantee an immediate reversal. In strong downtrends, RSI can fall to 10 or even 15 before the market finally turns. Oversold means weakness, not reversal. A reversal is confirmed only when RSI crosses back above 30 or falls back below 70 after being overbought. Retail traders enter when RSI breaks the level. Professional traders enter when RSI returns back through the level, confirming the shift in momentum. That's the difference. Now let's put everything together into a practical trading strategy. This is where most traders go wrong, and professionals get it right. Step 1. Check the higher timeframes. The monthly and weekly RSI should both be above 50 to confirm a strong bullish market. Step 2. Wait for a pullback on the daily chart. Ideally, RSI should retrace into the 40-45 area. Step 3. Move to the intraday chart, such as the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame. Look for RSI to become oversold while also forming a bullish divergence. Step 4. Wait for candlestick confirmation. A hammer or bullish engulfing pattern provides a much stronger entry. Step 5. Check the volume. The breakout should be supported by strong buying volume. Step 6. Enter the trade only after RSI crosses back above 30. Never skip this final confirmation step. Follow this blueprint and RSI become much more than a standalone indicator. It becomes a complete, high-probability trading strategy. Now let's cover the most common mistakes almost every trader makes. Mistake number 1, looking only at RSI while ignoring the overall chart context. Mistake 2, buying immediately when RSI enters the oversold zone. Mistake number 3, entering a trade as soon as a divergence appears. Mistake 4, trading against the higher timeframe trend. Mistake number 5, trusting RSI too much on lower timeframes without additional confirmation.